What's going on YouTube? I'm back with another review for you guys. It's actually been a slow week in the theater for me. No new big releases came out this week. There are a few big movies coming in the weeks to come. Aquaman's coming out, Mary Poppins film coming out. I think there's a couple more sprinkled in there. But this week was kind of one of those weeks in between where nothing was really coming out. So tonight I actually went and saw The Possession of Hannah Grace. This was straight up a film that got a 10% score on Rotten Tomatoes from the critic side, and then a 37% audience box score. And I guess I'm not going to say I disagree with those. I'm just going to really, in this video, tell you why I think that it got those scores and where it could have done better. So, for those of you who don't know, who haven't seen a trailer or anything, it's another horror movie, possession movie, you know, similar along lines to The Exorcism of Emily Rose, or, of course, the classic The Exorcist in the 70s. It's still in those same veins. I'll start it off with saying what I think the film did right. One of the things that I did like about this film, as opposed to other films of this nature, other exorcism films, is that the possessed person, Hannah Grace, actually demonstrated what I thought to be a real threat to the protagonist and then other characters in the film. One of the things that I find too often in possession films is the possessed, you know, they can make things fly around the room, or they'll possess supernatural strength, but they're pretty easily overpowered, and, you know, there's nothing really that they can do to harm anyone else other than the person that they inhabit. And so that kind of always took, you know, a bit of the scare out of it for me. What I will say about this one was the possessed Hannah Grace. The demon actually does, you know, pose a significant threat, not just to the person it's inhabiting, but, you know, to everyone else in the story. So that's about really one of the only things that I think it did right. The plot, while you would think usually in these kind of movies is straightforward, some of the elements that this film introduces, quite frankly, are a little bit nonsensical. If you watch the film, you'll see there are several plot holes and things the characters do that just don't make sense. I mean, even, I'd say even horror movie sense. You have to suspend disbelief, you know, anytime you're watching a movie, because there's going to be things that they do just for the sake of the movie. And then especially more so in the horror film genre. But I say that even in this film, you know, the characters do some things that don't even make horror movie sense. So that was kind of a real downer. I will say, you know, it did have action throughout. You know, it was definitely enough to, you know, keep you at least involved in the film. You know, there wasn't, I would say, a dull moment. But because of the plot holes and then some of the other elements of the movie, it just really didn't feel scary. It was hard to, you know, other than a couple jump scares, you know, which I understand, and sometimes they're necessary for a movie, but, you know, I don't consider those, you know, real scares. But other than a few of those, there's never really time where you're really, okay, I'm terrified about what's going to happen next. And then to top it off, the ending wasn't really satisfying either. It really kind of puts, you know, without giving anything away, it really kind of puts cherry and a bow on top of something that definitely couldn't have been wrapped up the way that it was wrapped up. So for that, I'm actually going to give this one a thumbs down. This one will be a 4 out of 10. Not to say it doesn't have its redeeming qualities. Like I say, you know, it did have enough action to keep you entertained, throughout. And like I say, I did like that the demon did pose a threat, to more than just the person it was possessing. But other than that, this isn't a film that I wouldn't even bother to go get on Redbox. This is one of those films that you're sitting around, you got some hours to kill, you're scrolling around on Netflix, you're in a horror movie mode, and so you click this one on. That's pretty much what I'd say this film is good for. So yeah, thumbs down, 4 out of 10. Wait to catch this one on Netflix or, whatever subscription service you got. All right, that's all I've got for this review. Once again, if you like what I do, hit the like button and the subscribe button. Leave me a comment. If you think this movie was great, you definitely gonna have a little bit of a justification to do, but I'm open. I'll listen. I want to hear your points, so let me know. Until the next time, thanks for watching, and have a good weekend, guys. Christmas is just coming up. Get your Christmas shopping in. Merry Christmas. Thank you, guys.